It was raining at the station the day we said goodbye. I was bound and determined.
Welcome, everybody. This is the Imagine of, and today we are on the Digs and Diamonds server once again. And if you'll notice, I'm back up top out of the nether, and that is because Lily is AFKing at the gold farm for me today, so we're walking and chewing gum at the same time, which is always, always, always a great thing. Oh, look at that. So what I'd like for everybody to do is take a moment and look in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen and hit the subscribe button. It's very easy, won't take but just a second. And the next order of business after subscribing, and I'm going to leave this block here because that's left over from Lily's prank, and I really, really enjoyed it. I also left haha up because I really, really felt loved after I got pranked. So I'm going to keep that up. A couple things to note. I wanted to say that, yes, the Gold Farm episode was long, and that video was a very hard video to make. The guys who make videos showing them doing very technical things, really, I have a new appreciation for them. And also, I feel like, you set out with a goal in mind, and sometimes your plans have to change. So we kind of moved the goalpost, so to speak, a few times, and initially it was about efficiency. And we wanted to get everything much more efficient so that we can get these 28,000 gold blocks for our floor at this level. However, what wound up happening was I actually made a decent experience farm while still being able to use the AFK spot. And what happens is when I AFK, I get 2.5 stacks of gold blocks, which is fantastic. That is about as good as I'm going to get with that setup. And other than that, when I go to throw the snowballs and aggro the zombie pigmen, I thought I was going to get even more gold, but that is not the case. And most of that is probably because only part of them are aggroed, and they don't seem to run off the platform as fast, so it doesn't allow them to respawn as quickly, which means our gold drop efficiency goes down. So, but what we did do is make it to where I can fix all the tools that I have, every wings, or all the wings, or elytra, shovels, can get all that done in a very short period of time. It only took me 10 minutes, and normally with this many things to fix, I would be in there for a solid hour or hour and a half. So we don't even need to make the Enderman farm now, because that farm, the gold farm, when I'm aggroing them with the snowballs, allows me to fix all my tools in very, very, very short order. So, and I get excellent experience. I'm up to 151 levels, so I'm going to probably craft up some new tools, maybe do some AFK fishing throughout the week and get some extra books, and do a little bit of beefing up of the tool department. I gave some of my tools to Lily. So without further ado, today is all about, I wonder if anybody can guess what today is going to be about. I'm looking around. Anybody have a clue what today might be about? I think it might have to do with sand and water. So we are going to get our tools together. Our Shulker Boxes out. I can't talk this morning. And we are going to spend a considerable amount of time placing sand. Yay! I know everybody is thrilled and excited. I need to get some stuff together, but as you can see, we've got a few Shulker boxes of sand. right here with our name on it. So we've got at least half a double chest full of shulker boxes. I hope everybody came ready for some sand, because that's what's going to happen. We're going to do it in progress reports today, because I usually use Lily's account to do the time lapses. So we're not going to time lapse maybe most of this or some of it, but we need the gold blocks, and everybody understands why that is going on, because much in the same way that we have almost 28,000 blocks of iron in the floor here, we're going to have 28,000 blocks of gold to make our floor. But that's all beside the point, because if we don't get this ocean removed, we're not putting a floor in. So that's today's item. And we're going to get the sand completely put out. Don't know if we'll get to removal today. And we're going to do a couple other fun things. We're going to go check out the flower forest biome and a few things. So stick with me, and we're going to get ready and set up to do major sand today. And love my prank. Ooh, here we are enjoying the day of sand, and I got a little buddy cruising along the bottom there. He's got some raggedy clothes and some seaweed on his head. Yeah, he's been hanging out with me. I think we need to go take care of him. All right, better. All right, everybody, it's a new day on the Digs and Diamonds Minecraft server, and we spent the night over at the witch farm, and Lily is like a champ right now. She's on the server AFKing over at the gold farm, and we're accumulating our gold. So I think we're somewhere around 12,000 blocks, maybe 13 or 14,000. So we're getting there. We're putting in the best effort that we have. I have been working on the sand. It's painful to admit, but I was a little bit overly optimistic, maybe. I guess it would be the correct way to say it, about getting all this sand done in this video. Life has also presented me with some kind of fun secret challenges today. Had some car trouble this morning and lots of little things going on. And so I'm not 100% sure how much of this I'm going to be able to get done on the video today. But I did get an encouraging visit from a good friend of mine, and had a chance to talk to them. And they were able to, unbeknownst to me, and let's see, looking for the right word, I did not bring up the subject of the videos, but they are one of the viewers also. They're a friend of mine and a viewer, and they were able to give me some really cool feedback. And they told me that they enjoyed the way the videos are going. They enjoy the talking periods, and they had a lot of questions. They're not a Minecraft player as of yet. Maybe we might be able to turn them into one at some point. But they had a lot of questions, and it reminded me that sometimes being a Minecraft player and having watched a lot of YouTube videos about Minecraft, that I assume a lot of knowledge, and that isn't always the case. So they asked a lot of questions about the gold farm video, and I thought it was really cool. So it kind of encouraged me, but it also reminded me that I need to take the time to explain some things. I am not the most technical Minecraft player. I butcher the terminology. And yes, I do know that that is not called a that little thing over there is not called a guardian farm. It is called an ocean monument. But my unconscious mind, while I'm talking, just throws all kinds of interesting words in place of the actual correct terminology. I assume that most people that watch the videos right now know that I don't use the right words for most of the things in Minecraft, and you kind of have to translate from the Imagine's vocabulary to Minecraft vocabulary sometimes. But yes, we'll go take a look at that real quick here in a minute. I was going to finish this row of sand. I've been patiently dropping blocks of sand in the water for hours and hours and hours and hours, and what seemed to be days and days and days and weeks and weeks and weeks. I could have already had this done if I would have stuck with it when I initially started the project a year and a half ago, but there's no time like the present. You know, let's make the most of it, and this is going to get done because I have had a brainstorm of ideas for the actual volcano build. I'm really, really, really excited now that I'm close to the end of this process of ocean removing. I'm going to take the time. We can take a little bit of time right now, but I'm definitely going to kind of have like a powwow session video where we sit down and I give you some of the detailed ideas that I've come up with, aside from just having a gigantic gold floor in here, which I think is pretty awesome, but that's not very creative, and we got to do, some stuff that's pretty cool. But I have a bunch of ideas. This is going to be really, really fun. And I'm kind of thinking of turning this whole area into like a little tropical resort type thing with, because all good tropical areas have some kind of like volcanic activity. So let's first get back to the subject that I was talking about a second ago. This is not a guardian farm, folks. This is an ocean monument, and hopefully I don't die while I'm over here. But as you can see, the guardians are pretty mean, and they shoot you, and it hurts real bad. They shoot you with the big laser beam. They're probably not really that happy because I went in and killed all the elder guardians and took their gold and their sponges. And they also like to kill the squids. So that's not a guardian farm. That is an ocean monument. And the Imaginev actually does know the correct term for that. So with that done, so here we go. Let's go up here for a second and take a peek at what's happening here. Woo, getting better at that. All right, so I, for some reason, thought that, this is not that much, but that's actually quite a bit. I have 20 shulker boxes of sand sitting out. I've probably used nearly all of it, and that means that I will actually have to crack into some of the other shulker boxes I have, hopefully, to get this finished up. So we talked about doing this kind of like a wedding cake where we have cylindrical tiers, and so the first one would start at the floor level and go up maybe 30 or 40 blocks. Inside that area, the floor is going to be gold, and we're going to have a bunch of farms and things on that level, but in the center it's going to be kind of an open area, and it's going to be open for like the first maybe 20 blocks either side of center, and there will be a big opening. And on the second level, which will be up at probably 40 blocks, and we'll build it up another 20 or 30 blocks, on that level it will also be open in the center, and we're going to have waterfalls and landscaped features that look really, really cool on the inside, and some cool maybe unique farm type systems. And then at the very top, the top tier, we are going to have a, let's see here. We're going to have a nice castle made from, primary theme will be emerald and, let's see, emerald and quartz is what I want to use. Lily may, change my mind on a couple things, but I think it would just be so cool looking to have a big, beautiful white and green castle up at the top, sitting in a big, gigantic lake of lava. And that'll be like our secret hideout base, but the second level or the third level is going to be where we make like our living quarters and all kinds of cool things like that. I've thought about having some view spaces that faced east and west. I'm having a little trouble talking. I ate a big bowl of caramel praline ice cream, and I'm still salivating thinking about it. It was so good. So we're going to do some kind of like themes or, functionality themes per level. And the basement area, which is going to be everything under the gold floor down to the iron, is going to be for, systems like transporting items from the farms to the sorting system and storage system. And then I'd like to make like a centralized setup that we can send items up or down to different levels and have our elevator system that will transport us up and down, in addition to having a big opening in the center that we can just fly up to different levels if we want to, because it's going to be that massive. We're going to have that much space in here, and hopefully that gives you an idea of what we're trying to do. The other thing I wanted to point out is that our storage devices, not everybody knows what all these things are. So I'm going to explain it real quick for the viewers who don't understand the difference between, we've got 3 different types of devices here, okay? And what happens is, for the people who don't know, we have people watching that don't know what these are. This is a standard chest. You can place a chest, a single chest, and it would be half of this length. But if you stand right next to it and place another one, it becomes a double chest. So this is a double chest. They can be single, like this one. What happens with a chest that is like a standard chest, if I were to break this, all the items that are on the inside would pop out and land everywhere. And the chest would be sitting there as an item also that I could pick up. It's called an entity. So, the next type of storage that we have is the ender chest. And the difference with the ender chest and the standard chest is that this chest, if I break it, will stay in one piece. So let's get a pickaxe, but you have to use a silk touch pickaxe. So if we look at, like, say this pickaxe right here, quick and silky, this is mine. Take it down here. It has the silk touch enchantment on it. All right. So if I break this chest with this pickaxe, you see that it falls out and becomes an item. All right. But I can take this anywhere I want, place it, put stuff in it, break it, and then carry it with me. I cannot do that with this chest. If I break this chest, all these items will be laying everywhere, and I would have to hold them in my limited space in my inventory. So the other really cool thing, and this is the key feature, okay? Not only is it portable storage, but only I can see what I put in my ender chest. Okay? So I can be putting stuff in here, and Lily can come over to any ender chest, and I can go to any ender chest, and when I put stuff in there, she can't see what I'm putting in there. She can only see what she is putting in there, and vice versa. I can't see what she puts in there, but she can. And that is really a cool feature. So anybody can use this chest with this amount of space, and it's your private personal storage. As well as that, this is also anywhere you go. So if I am in the Nether and I open up an ender chest, I'm going to see exactly what is in this ender chest. All my ender chests have the same items that I put in them. They are ubiquitous ender chest items. So if I go over here to this one, same items. If I pop into the Nether and check my ender chest, same items. So this has some really cool implications. It means that if I store something in my ender chest and I die in the end, or the Nether, or some other dimension, or if I'm in a volcano, or if I'm in a cave system, as long as I store my items in here, I may lose my ender chest if it falls out of my inventory, but the items I put in there are safe because I can just build another ender chest, even if all the ender chests were gone and they're in the world, and I built a new one and I put it down, my stuff would still be in there. So this is kind of like super safe, extra cool, safe storage. Now, on a lesser level is the Shulker box. Okay? And these come from collecting 2 pieces of shulker shells from the mob shulker that you find in the end cities. All right? You take 2 of those and craft them at a crafting bench with a chest, like just a single chest, and it makes a shulker box. The cool thing about shulker boxes are, 1, you can break them with your hand, and the items you put in there stay in there. So I can take this anywhere I want, and it holds a lot more. It holds 27 stacks, I believe, and I can take it and put it in here in my regular chest, or I can take it and put it in an ender chest. So right now I'm packing around in my ender chest 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stacks of gold blocks. Consequently, I need to get these out of here and put them down with the storage. But that's what makes shulker boxes so handy. You can break them. Now, if I die and this falls out of my inventory and I don't pick it up, I think it's in 5 minutes, it will disappear and everything inside of it will. But if I go and I take it and I stick it in my end chest and die, it'll be all right. I'll be able to get that back the next time I'm near an ender chest or make an ender chest. And that's the differences in the storage types. And I kind of felt like explaining that because some of my viewers may not know what that is. And they may want to know, like, why does sometimes he put stuff in this chest? And why does he store things in these little colored containers? And why does he put those in there? And why does he never move the big brown chest? I mean, that could be confusing. So I wanted to take the time to explain storage so you can kind of see if I have a whole bunch of an item and I want to categorize it, I just stick it in a shulker box so I can hold a lot more stuff in my chests than I could otherwise. And that's the whole purpose of this. And as you can see right now, I have a giganto mess of mixed up, unsorted shulker boxes from all the activities we've been doing, and this really drives me bananas. I like to have everything kind of in here like this, where I got my stone, I got my this, my that, and I can find things and get to them. But as you go through projects, things happen. You spend 8 hours doing a video or something, and then you just don't have time to sort all this out. And that's kind of why it looks like this right now, and we don't have a big sorting system. So the sorting system and the storage is going to go back, kind of getting back to what I was talking about. I know I went on a little rant there. The sorting system and the big technical storage thing is going to go kind of in a centralized location where this pile of sand is. Right now, inside of here, we have our conduit, which allows us to breathe underwater and do some other things. So we keep that. I'm leaving that there until I'm done. And I based the size of this circle for our base on the size of this, or the radius or diameter effect of the conduit. So it gives water breathing out to the very edge of this circle. And that's why I made it this big. So the plans are probably to take that out and reconstruct one in each of the four corners, so they will reach all the way to the center from every direction and go out, I think, 90-something blocks. And then all the way around this entire circle, we'll be able to swim around and build things underwater without having to drink water-breathing potions and stuff like that. So hopefully that was a lot of cool information. We are going to get back to the sand process, and I hope to be able to finish this out before the end of the video. Whoa, a lag right into the wall. Ouch, that hurt. Did you see that? I ran right into ha ha ha. All right, let's try that again. Woo. All right, now hopefully I won't lag and I'll be able to land and go to sleep. Yeah, 21 shulker boxes. And we are out to there on this side and there on this side. So we have 5, 6, 7 left. So we've used quite a few. Anyway, enough rambling. I will get back to work, and hopefully you enjoy this beautiful sunset. Ooh, so nice. Gonna build some things around here and make it look real cool. Okay, so here we have a wandering trader and his llama companions here to cheer me on at the very end, although he is invisible, but his llama buddies are not. They drink their little potion at night to hide them from bad guys. And here we have the Chroma Hills llama face. Normally, I just kill these guys because they get in the middle of everything and mess everything up. But I'm not going to do that today. Here we are, folks. We are nearly at the end. I did want to come over and, because I didn't stop to take a look at our little wandering trader. He's got a little potion, a little side pouch. What else do you have? Maybe that's maybe he's got some glowstone or glowstone dust in there. He's got a nice little I don't know if that, I don't know if it's a Fu Manchu, if you have the little thing in the middle. Somebody will know what that is, but he looks pretty serious about it all. And he's got his llama buddy. And this one here is kind of losing his noodle here. He's doing a little I'm stuck dance. Now, I don't know if many of you know that are watching. Sometimes if you hit these guys, they will spit at you. And that got him to quit spinning. Okay. That fixed it. Okay, let's do this, guys. Let's get this last section done. Okay, so I saved that as the ceremonial ending spot right there. And we have this little row to do, and then the ceremonial spot. I watched or listened back on that other clip, and I realized how dumb I sounded because I couldn't do 100 times 1,700. Yes, 170,000 blocks of sand is what we're talking about. So I can do it now. because I had a chance to practice. All right, let's get in here. We are on this last shulker box here, and my posture is bad. I'm leaning all kinds of funky ways away from the microphone and doing all the bad habits, man. I'm just not able to function at this point. I've got sand trauma. I've got shooting pains in my fingers, and it's tough. It's tough, but we're going to get this done. We're going to finish the sand on camera here in just a few moments. It's so exciting. The anticipation is just building, and it's about ready to just freak me out. After all this time, all the hard work, all the digging in the desert, hauling things around in shulker boxes, we are down to the final tiny bit of sand. This is it. This is the last sand the Imagine-of is going to drop into this bottomless pit of endless ocean. It seems in my mind sometimes that this ocean will never end. And now that I'm done with all the dramatics, I just thought I'd be a little dramatic there for a moment. I need to be silly. I need Lily. I need Lily here to cheer me on. But she's getting ready to take a vacation, and I don't blame her. So she's kind of kicking back, and but she's let me use her account. And that's it, folks. We did it. Dun, dun, dun. Woo! All right. 170,000 blocks of sand, nearly. It might be 160, because I did round up, didn't I? All right. So let's count up the shulker boxes real quick. All right, so we'll count that shulker box as you. So we got 1, 2. Takes forever. I eat more food trying to move around in here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yep, they're empty. Woo. Then 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23 shulker boxes of sands, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Oh my goodness. I am plumb tuckered. All right. So let me get my rockets on. We're going to end this episode. It has gone on long enough. We had our little Sandman cheering us on for the final sand placement. Thank goodness we are done. And we have a beautiful sunset over the partially loaded landscape. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. We are finished with placing sand in this thing. Can you imagine that? Let me get a screenshot without my hands sticking up in front of my face. There we go. We're going to zoom in. Woo, look at all that. That is going to take me forever to get the water out of those holes. Oh, that's going to be an episode right there. And then probably about, I don't know, 20 shovels. 20 or 30 shovels. Okay, folks. That's all we have time for today. I'm going to stand here in the glory of my awesome light beams piercing the night sky and sign off and wish everybody the best beginning to their week that you can possibly have. Thank you for joining us today. Remember to hit the subscribe button, please. And if you liked what you saw today, please leave a like. And we'll see you on Friday.